Hi everybody, welcome back to MarineMax Pompano. My name is Chris Wenstrom, here showing you a brand new boat that we just had arrived from Sea Ray. This is one of the most impressive boats that Sea Ray does produce. This is the 310 SLX outboard. I wanted to quickly start here and show you the exterior and some of the style lines that this boat does have. As you can see, this boat was done in the Horizon hull color with the black boot stripe, giving it a nice water profile. And just a beautiful design with the 310 SLX in this fully framed out fiberglass hardtop. Just an absolutely stunning boat when you see it on the water. We'll go ahead and work our way through the boat and show you some of the features that this boat does include. Starting here on the transom, I did want to note that this boat is powered by twin white 300 Mercury Verado outboards. Perfect power package for this big heavy boat to get up on plane nicely. And here on the aft end, as you can see, is an enormous swim platform, as well as a very large sun pad as well for the days we are anchored up and entertaining here on the aft end of the boat. But really just want to highlight the size of this sun pad. As you can see, fully padded bolsters and armrest on both sides, a beverage holder to each side. And being that this is an outboard model, look at the amount of storage that you have where your traditional engine compartment would be. So a big place to catch all of your belongings. It has two separator dividers so you can kind of keep things organized back here. But then again, when this is closed, just a beautiful place to be able to lounge and relax here on the back of the boat. And what's nice is in this design of the sun pad, I do have two individual pop-up backrests. So if I wanted to have a little bit of an elevated viewpoint, these move independently and have a couple different positions that they do ratchet into. So just a nice versatile place here for your family and friends. And just some of the details that Sea Ray does do, as you can see, I've got a nice stainless steel insert here on the back of the sun pad. Just adds to the fit and finish level of this beautiful boat. We'll go ahead and work our way inside. As we do start working our way inside this beautiful 310 SLX, wanted to note that there is an insulated cooler here on your walkway. So if you are in the water and you didn't want to walk all the way into the boat, there is a nice place where you can keep your drinks nice and cool. Also, here at the walkthrough is your battery on-off selector switches, as well as a freshwater washdown. So if I do have some sand on my feet, this is a great place just to rinse off real quick before I do walk my way into the boat. All of your flooring here protected by this non-skid SeaDek material that does complement your stone interior fabric color. So keeping with a gray theme in this boat. Also wanted to note that this does include a power retractable sunshade. So this is operated at the flip of a switch. This sunshade will come out and shade your aft lounge as well. So you can keep everybody nice and comfortable for those hot summer days. As we work our way into the main cockpit, again, just beautiful style lines in the stitching of this upholstery, beautiful wraparound seat. This receiver is actually for a table that can be dropped down and a filler cushion added to create a large sun pad here under the protection of the hardtop. Also, a nice small touch from Sea Ray is this single reboarding step. So if we do dock up against a fixed bridge and we have a tide that might be a little low, it'll just complement and make your ease of access into the boat just a little bit simpler. Working into our summer kitchen here, this is one of the most popular options on this 310 is to include this summer kitchen, where I have a acrylic lid on a tension hinge to keep it out of the way, a full electric grill with sink and storage, and underneath, hid away by this nicely detailed door, is your refrigerator. So I do have a refrigerator as well as a cooktop for a long day on the water to be able to entertain some friends, cook some food, keep your drinks nice and cool. Just a nicely appointed summer kitchen with a small observer seat right next to it. Again, noting into the size of this hardtop, beautiful full beam width. You can see how the molding is done. Just an absolutely gorgeous boat. Plenty of protection, full fiberglass hardtop. So there is an option for a canvas opening here. This boat was done in the full fiberglass top, my personal preference. Storage everywhere, as I mentioned. This is actually a neat storage bin that is actually a finished piece of fiberglass on both sides, but a deep storage container just to toss additional gear in there. 3 different beverage holders, and then just a nice kind of curved stainless steel grab handle that is wrapped in that same leather component that your upholstery is. So just a nice fit and finish detail there in this 310. Storage underneath all of your seats. One thing that I do want to mention is the design in this port side observer seat. As you can see in its forward facing position, it's a double wide seat, so 2 people could sit there comfortably. But if I do have a boat full of people and I want to be facing and entertaining with my guests, here at this lever, if I pull this, I can actually spin this seat and face my company here underneath the hardtop. So a nice versatile seat here. And then bring this back. Both your helm seat and your co-captain's chair do have a flip-up bolster. So if I wanted to elevate my eye line above the windshield, just gives me a little bit better visibility, but extremely comfortable. You don't feel any of the framework in the seat, it's all padding. And then here on the port side, I do have a lockable glove box with 12-volt receptacle inside, and this is lockable. And an extremely spacious walk-in head. As you can see, this is the upgraded head interior where I do have my backsplash as well as just a little bit elevated fit and finish in my sink and the way the style is inside of the head here. This also does have a holding tank with optional overboard discharge as well. So you can see fully padded bolsters all the way around this boat, so no matter what I'm leaning up against, there's always something padded for me to lean up to. Working our way here to the helm. Again, flip up bolster. This seat is adjustable if I wanted to move it forward and aft. Steering wheel on a tilt base. But as you can see, everything flush mounted up against this black acrylic, your Fusion stereo, twin Simrad screens, beautifully fit and finished helm, nice soft touch fabric above. All of my switches are backlit by LED, but just a nice clean helm, digital throttle and shift, as well as my Mercury active trim, which is now standard. Start and stop button on the side of the binnacle, and I have 2 additional start and stop buttons in the front of my binnacle as well. So a couple different options to be able to actually power the boat on. Right next to my controls is actually my joystick. So this twin 300 setup is also powered by joystick piloting for outboards, making docking a breeze. It has your skyhook feature as well as your auto heading feature. So just a great piece of technology here to be able to make docking and driving the boat much easier for you. As you can see, this non-skid material does work into kind of a helm foot pad. So a very comfortable place to operate the boat. Just right of my steering wheel is my trim tabs. So the 310 does have trim tabs as an option here for this boat. So everything you can need right here in front of you. VHF radio as well. So your helm is nicely appointed for anything you might need while you're out there on the water. A nice stainless steel cap to your windshield gives it a nice single piece look, nicely finished out here. This does have a windshield wiper as well as a stainless steel receiver for my windshield closure. So if I do get into some wind or I catch a storm or something like that, I can close off this windshield and also close off this door. So I can completely seal off the cockpit if I do run into any kind of inclement weather. As I work your way up into the bow, over here mounted on the side of the gunnel is your pump out for your head. And then over on this side is going to be your freshwater receiver for your freshwater tank on board. So both very easy to access. And just look at the size of this open bow seating. Beautiful wraparound seat to be able to hold 5 guests up here comfortably. Additional stainless steel grab handles. Extremely deep in-floor storage here in the bow as well as in the main cockpit. And up here in the bow is a receiver for a bow table. So if I wanted to put a table in here, I could. I could have dinner here on a sunset view with plenty of seating for me and my guests. Flip down armrests, making the bow a very comfortable place to relax and enjoy the view. Again, stainless steel grab handles as well with that leather wrapping. All beautiful contrast stitching underneath my gunnels, additional speakers, additional beverage holders. So this boat is fitted and ready to go for a long day on the water. This boat also does include an entire boat cover. It's in 2 pieces, so I have a wraparound bow cover as well as a full cockpit cover to keep all of your upholstery nice and clean and out of the elements. Up in the front of the boat is an additional freshwater hose. So if I do want to board the boat from up front, I can also rinse down as I work my way in. Or if I wanted to rinse off my windlass anchor, that gives me the option to be able to rinse off all of my ground tackle up here in the bow. Would love to have you come by and take a look at this beautiful Sea Ray 310 SLX. Again, my name is Chris Wenstrom here at MarineMax in Pompano. You can call me directly on my cell phone at 727-460-4175. Come on by and take a look at this boat with me.